absolute legend.
He's, I mean, enough said.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our impromptu podcast where I look like a psychopath. We changed our name.
Do you want to explain the rationale?
So basically, our first name is everywhere. Like, it obviously
Everyone stole
has
our
been
idea.
before we even had it.
It's honestly rude.
So we've been brainstorming, and this is not totally official, but as of right now, our podcast is called Growing Up
Is scary. And it might seem simple, it might not make a lot of sense, but to those who are growing up, it makes a lot of sense. It's freaking scary.
Yeah.
We're learning new things. Today I learned that as an adult functioning in society and owning a home, you need to know how to refill the rinse fluid. I think that's the name of it. In your dishwasher. I thought if you just give it the Cascade or the Dawn or whatever.
If you put Dawn in there, it's gonna be a mess.
I know. But my brain was just like,
but I do see where you were going
cleaning?
with that.
Let's just go for it.
Do you want me to turn the lights on, or do you think this is fine?
I think it's a vibe.
Okay, perfect.
I think we're gonna relax, chill mood. Big
very
light, okay.
aggressive.
Lamps are better than the main light in any room, in any scenario, except if you have something gorgeous. I've been in debates with people before where they're like, I hate lamps.
I hate lamps.
Especially. What?
I hate lamps.
Why?
My mom has this one lamp, and every time she turns it on, it makes me so angry.
But is it because it's a bad lamp, or
no,
just
I
it's
hate
a lamp?
Lamps.
Okay, so you're just against
I'm
all lamps.
Anti-lamps,
Why?
except the one in my room.
You hate our little lamps? They're always on. They're literally always on.
No, but they're not like.
So you don't like the one. This is the same thing with cats. I hate cats. No, I just hate the one cat.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not the
so
one
you
lamp.
hate our lamps. Okay.
No.
I'm ready for the exception here to the hate all rule.
Well, no, this is the thing. Usually, when I'm in here and we have the lamps on, the overhead lights are also on.
Okay, so you just eliminate the lamp's purpose.
Point blank, period.
Okay.
But I do like mine because it's one of the Alexa light bulbs and you can choose the brightness. I think it's because I like everything to be bright.
Okay, so you just don't like the lamp, not all lamps.
All lamps.
But you like your lamp.
I like my light bulb.
Yeah. Every lamp, I can change those light bulbs.
Are you gonna change them to Alexa light bulbs?
Do you want, if you pay for them, yes. I don't even know what that means.
No, so my Alexa is connected to my light bulb. So I can be like, oh, turn my lights to 30%. And she'll light up 30%. And I can change the color.
The color?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we should invest. That would make this a very vibey.
It definitely would, and they're the best.
Is it a specific lamp, or like could I literally put it in those?
Oh no, it's just literally the bulb.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you just sold that to me. Maybe so. Maybe so. But
also, our lamps serve a purpose to everyone else, so it is not all about me.
But you live here, so it can be. And also, I'm open to the concept. You sold to a vest. Lexi will absolutely be on board. Also, the concept of all of a sudden having like a chill pink living room, or like a purple, or like a whatever, especially like on movie nights, coloring it up, that could be fun.
And it's not tacky like LED lights. Sorry,
exactly.
Expensive.
No, you can say that. It is tacky LED lights. So. That's for middle school boys. Yeah. That's the only age group. Our neighbors, we can see that they have LED lights in one of the rooms, and it's a bunch of boys that live there, and I'm just like disappointed every time.
They're grown men.
They are?
So that
with the LR4? That house?
Where?
The house, the white, or I don't know if it's next to the White House. So if you walk out of our place, there's a White House and the red brick.
I thought you were
not the Vanderbilt boys.
Yeah, I thought you were saying the boys across the way.
Never seen an LED light from there, thank God.
I hadn't either, and I was confused.
No, that would have been really scary. I've never seen a single window open. AKA the one master. Because that's the only window I'm like looking at. I think they have blackout shades. Oh. Which is fair. Yeah. I sound creepy. I've been looking out the window, but it's okay.
Hey, fans,
someone's looked at mine. Been seeing Snoopy and Scooter in the window.
Challenged us. So we're just keeping an eye out.
And they've not reached out since.
No, and that's kind of upsetting, but to
I literally
each
said,
their
I was
own.
like, ring the doorbell anytime. It's a ring. Like, hit us up. And
It's a
then boom.
ring.
Never,
You
never
never
got a ring.
have.
That one night when I got the doorbell notification, it was that random guy, and I still don't know why I did it. I thought it was them. And I got excited, and then I saw it was a random guy, and I was like,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
dang.
That's
It's okay.
hard.
It's okay.
Is
It's
it?
okay. I only ruined my Skims PJ set for them.
Just
That's
for
okay.
the time being.
Just for the time being. It's recovering. Trust me, we'd have a funeral if it actually did destroy the set, but
Oh my gosh, that would be heart-wrenching.
it would be heart-wrenching.
What are we going to dive into today?
Well, I'm so confused where I feel like we were on something and then we kind of spiraled off slowly and surely. We changed the name to Growing Up is Scary.
Oh, I asked if you wanted me to turn the overhead lights on.
Yes. I was like, how do we get onto light bulbs?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Okay.
So random. Okay.
But yeah, Growing Up is Scary. Snoopy is on the mantle looking around. Scooter is present. He's one of the audience members. He's in his own area. He's off camera. But we did record his meow.
Yeah, we'll put his meow
And
in.
best believe I'm going to put that at the very beginning of this. So before you even heard us, Scooter said hello. So that was Scooter's commission that he just made, was his hello.
Snoopy has not made any commission off this video yet.
No, not at all.
He is a BTS character right now, behind the scenes.
Yep.
So let's jump in. You have an update.
I do have an update with Broadway Boy.
Wait, pause. So we left off. She liked the story of the dog and responded to it, and
he just said thank, not thanks,
which was
just thank.
Strange.
I thought it was a little odd. It was a little bit one-worded. Normally, which I don't.
It was.
Yeah, it was. But like normally, if I have and I don't respond to stories, one time I've like liked a story or two just because he started doing it, so it felt like a cordial like the waiver waves hello or the neighbor waves hello and then you wave hello kind of thing. But him normally I thought he would like begin a question as he normally does, and he didn't. So I was like, okay, that's okay. I couldn't even rewatch the first podcast because I know the audio is so bad, and in editing it made me so aggravated because you can hear all these other noises going on in our home because there's not microphones to zone in on this sound.
Right.
And so after watching the second one, I was like, I can't watch the first because it's going to trigger me too much. So if you watch the first, you did better than us.
I do.
If I edited
what
wrong,
we talked about.
I don't know yet. I don't know if I edited wrong. I don't know if I let
I'll
something
ask my mom.
Yeah, I'll have to send a link around and have some reviews.
We do need reviews and comments. Happy comments.
Yeah.
Please don't be mean.
Comments. We'll delete them and block you.
Absolutely. In a heartbeat. My feelings can't handle that.
Yeah, no. We're sensitive.
Yes. Sorry for that tangent. Action.
So last night, I believe, I was just sitting there and then I get a DM and it says, hey. This man has never talked to me unless there was like a reason in his mind too. This was purely just literally saying, okay, I just want to talk to you with a hey. And that's where I was like, okay, this is where I'm like actually needing to hone in on like the girlfriend conversation of scouting that out. Because I was like, this kind of mannerism is inexcusable. Before I was just like, are you trying to get a friendly fan base or like what's up? So I am like, hi. And then he basically is like, what are you doing or something, and then it gravitates to where he's talking about like how he's at a bar watching his friends perform because he's an artist, Broadway Boy. He's watching his other artist friends also performing in their spaces, and we were just having small talk, and I basically was like, oh, like, is it like weird on your days off to like go to a bar because it doesn't feel like going to work? And he was like, no, but like I'm not a big partier. I don't really go out. I normally hang out at the house and do house party, like just like hang around with the boys. Not a house party. He's not 5, but like he just like we'll just hang out at the house. And I was like, yeah, same. I'm not a big partier. Hot take. Like nights in are better than like going out to a bar for a fun night. And he was like, yeah, like you should come over one time when like we all hang out. And I was like, do you normally invite girls over? And because I was trying to fiend for like him to be like, well, yeah, my girlfriend. Or like I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, never, like only just really the guys. And I was like, well, that's kind of interesting that like you've never even met me and I'd make the invite or something.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, no, like I don't invite random people over or something. And then I had asked him, I was like, can I ask you a question? And he was like, yes. And I said, do you have a girlfriend?
I think he was afraid when you
And
said
then
that.
of course he was. I mean, the only person that has done that to me recently, it scared me. But I knew what they were going to ask, and I think he knew
Okay.
the same thing.
Okay.
And so he responds, and he goes, "No, I obviously did have one, but not anymore. I'm very single." And I was like, "Okay, good. Just want to make sure, because like I didn't want to overstep if you were." And he's like, "No, I wouldn't be talking to you if I wasn't." Green flag. And he was like,
Okay.
"Are you are you single?" I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Oh my goodness, like amazing." And then we're exchanging, like, now that we know that like there's an opening to a door that's not just like, "Hey, you're an artist I like check into lives with." He's asked my least favorite question in the world. I hate this question, and I'm excited for my birthday so then I can actually start to love this
Oh,
question.
okay.
When men ask my age, it it burns my core. Do you feel like that? Do you hate your age or do you love your age?
We discussed this in the last pod. We're 20.
Yep.
Um, I mean, honestly, I'm like, whatever. No one asks me my age,
Okay.
TBH. But if they did, I would probably be like, I'm 20, and then they'd laugh at me, and then I'd be like, okay, whatever.
I feel like in Nashville, it hits a different nerve
Yeah.
because everything fun and like everything seasonal that pops up, everything circles around that you need to be 21.
Hmm.
And it's strict because Nashville's such a touristy place that like
Right.
they don't need underage people. Like we don't need it. Like a college town, they need that as their
Hmm.
income, but Nashville, they don't.
They have
They don't
enough.
need you. There's enough bachelorette parties and drunk men, and they're good. They're
It's the
good.
number
Enough
one
Chris Youngs
bachelorette
hanging out.
destination. Hey, he didn't do anything,
I know we
allegedly.
watched the tape, and I think he was in the. I think he was. I think the cop was wrong,
But
but
we
that's
don't
okay.
know.
That's okay. We
We
don't
weren't
know, so we'll
there.
table that. Maybe more updates will come out.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry,
But
Chris.
but yeah. So then we start talking. He asked my age, and I'd guessed before, and we had talked about it on the
Hmm.
first podcast that I had calculated he was 27,
Right.
and you had corrected to 25. I didn't
I
even
didn't correct. I was like, we'll think on the
We're
safe
throwing
side.
things out there.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, like I'm 27, LOL," or something. So I was like, "Oh no, is this
Yeah,
man
the
like scared of
LOL.
me? I don't like the LOL."
No.
So I asked him what he meant by that. He was like, "I just want to make sure we're on the same page." I was like, what page is that?" And he's like, "I guess we'll have to see and find out." Then he starts trying to make plans to hang out. And he was like asking questions and stuff, and we were gonna maybe get lunch as a friend today. At least definitely friend in my book. Hopefully friend in his, because I'm guessing this man's literally broke up within the last week.
Yeah, it definitely has
Unless
to be
he
recent.
recently decided to
But
delete
also,
everything.
he's been talking to me for longer than a week.
Yes. But that's where I don't know when they broke up. That's something I would, if it came up very naturally, ask in person. Because I'm not in a
We need
space
to
where
know.
I don't want to date anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone in this household knows to hold me to that.
Hmm.
I need to be single and I need to just exist and be single.
We're on a healing
We're on a
journey.
healing journey. And so if he does say, "Oh, recently," I'm like, "Well, then let's just hang out as like friends and just have fun." But like, there's like, don't feel like I'm the girl that's gonna be like, what are we? Like, I don't care. Even
Hmm.
my last relationship, I didn't even ask to be a girlfriend. It just like happened. So like, I'm fine. I'm not like that person at the moment. So,
Does that happen? People ask.
oh yeah,
Oh,
because
I would
they
never. I'd be
either,
so scared.
well, I have before been like, "So what are we?"
Yes, that's
Or
fair.
the guy will ask, like, narcissist on our rooftop. We were having a sushi date. And he like asked me. He was like, "I've been thinking about it, I want you to be my girlfriend." Which now in hindsight of everything he's done, I'm like, what? Why? But some people ask, some people don't, and then some people will just introduce you one time, like, "Hey guys, this is my girlfriend," and that's how you know, oh, you've just decided this.
Hmm.
Um
And then you're like, oh.
you're like, "Oh, do I like that? Do I not?" And then you gotta figure that out.
I'd probably be like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. But we were making plans to hang out. And then today we're gonna maybe, he had offered to get lunch, but then he was writing and he sent us 2 songs he made.
They're so
They
good.
are so good. And coming from someone who gets icked out by a man playing the guitar, everyone knows if you've watched Barbie that scene, it's really hard. And it's been done to me in person where they just start playing. These were so good. It was the first time I was like, that worked for you.
He
That worked for
has no
you.
music out, but we
No.
have given him 10 plays already today.
Yeah. if he had that published and
And
he needed to
streams.
meet like a certain mark of plays for like someone to notice him,
We got it.
dude, we got it. I'll have it on repeat on the
Single-handedly.
TV. I'll have it repeat in my room. I'll have it repeat on my TV. We'll
Every
get it.
device in the
We'll get it
house.
there. We'll get it
For
there.
sure. That probably sounds scary to him.
No, it's just like I think
We're
there's
just
such a masterfulness of being able to create art, and like he also isn't singing songs. Like the one that I really liked was kind of the sad song of like a breakup, which is hence why I think he was thinking about her today. But it was about like when you break up, like you'd be upset to see how this house is because I took your photos down, I took
Right.
everything down. Like you're not here anymore. But like I like those songs that are more true than just like drinking beer with the boys on the boat and the
Yeah.
pontoon and like I don't care
Stories.
about those songs.
Storytelling.
And he likes older music. So like I appreciated the talent. And
Yeah.
he shredded it on that guitar.
He did very well.
He was going for it. I was impressed. But anyways, last time we texted was like 3 maybe today. Not heard a word since.
Well, did it like end abruptly?
No, he was also, mind you, he was doing his thing, and then after I thought he was gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, I just got off, but like I haven't eaten yet." Like, I thought maybe there might be some throw out
You're so thoughtful.
about which part.
Like you are so thoughtful to be like, I'm hungry. I am intentionally going to text this girl and ask her to come eat with me.
Like, I'm thoughtful to think he would do that.
No, you're thoughtful for thinking
He would do
not
that.
not thinking he would do that, but like that being your go-to idea. That's so sweet.
See, my brain really like it when I am in a relationship, which I'm not now, but like one thing I am very proud of is I'm a very good girlfriend. I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not flawless in that sense. I make mistakes.
In that sense, but every other sense, I'm flawless.
I'm not without flaw, but I am good at loving on my person and like making them feel that.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, but that thing I do feel confident is you'll know that you're loved on.
She's very thoughtful and she's
Thank
a very
you.
good communicator.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you've been shredding it on the communication. I don't know why I'm saying shredded so much this podcast, but
lack
you've been
thereof,
articulating.
TBH.
You've been last night we had basically an hour podcast, just us three. Maybe every conversation we have in my mind is a podcast.
I think
that's what's happening. I'm like, we basically podcasted in the kitchen. No, we all talked.
Yes.
We just talked.
We just had an hour-long conversation where I was sitting on the floor in the kitchen with our roommate Lexi while she was slurring on sleepy time tea.
Yeah.
I love her.
No, it was great. I feel like it's just a weird, I mean, growing up is scary. Like, it's weird, especially where we're at, because it's at that point where, like, we're being trained for our careers, but it's the hardest part to actually get a shot at your career. And, like, even for people that do have, like me, I know I'm going to get a job, but it's so hard to get one you like. And, like, you're already going to be doing night shift. You're already going to be doing hard shifts. You're already going to be learning. So it's like you have a job guarantee, but there's still that flaw of, like, are you going to do something you hate for a month that you're stuck to?
Right.
And then for other careers, it's like, am I even going to get a job? And what type? And what salary? And, like, Brooke right now, my sister, she's about to graduate in May. She's got her heart set to come live here, and she doesn't have a job yet. And she's an industrial engineer. She's going to get one.
Prayers up for Brookie.
It's hard to get jobs, and that's a whole stress in itself.
Absolutely.
So that was a crisis. And then we were just talking about our emotional crises going on.
Yeah. So basically, to close out that thought, what Riley was saying is I have been putting my feelings into words lately, which is
a big step.
Yes, very hard.
A big
for
step.
Catherine.
Well, also, I feel like we haven't gotten to that point where we all just like sit down and like it's like, oh, how's the day? Funny things, but it's like really getting like the emotions out there and like we're just connecting, you guys. This is our little connecting moment. Yes. You're here for the ride.
I love that. It's scary, but good. A part of life.
Yep.
Snooty's like, what are you doing?
Snooty's like, why is my toy not moving?
Yeah. He's really confused. He's like, that's just plain rude, Mom.
Yeah. Well, speaking of
I'd love to hear this
segue. And girlfriends, boyfriends, all the things.
What are we
don't have a girl's girl. And that non-girl's girl is Miss Grande. Ariana
Ari.
Grande.
What did she do?
So here's the basis. This is from my objective thinking of like seeing clips here and there. I'm not fully immersed in like the drama that circulates. I'll see a few videos and get a gist, but like again, every story fact check. We're not saying we're perfect.
I totally forgot that she did anything.
So she's for years now been known to be kind of a hop skip around kind of girl and like step on some girls' toes, but recently she was fully married to this guy.
Right.
They got married.
Dawson?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even
Dalton.
know. I don't even know. They got married, and then apparently while they were married, they had like these family friends of this other guy, SpongeBob guy, and then his, I think, wife, and they had a kid together, and then Ariana and her man's break up, divorce, and then she starts hanging out with SpongeBob guy like after they break up, I guess. And like the girl was saying how like they hung out together and like she was over there like talking about relationship stuff, like basically like just stomping on toes.
The ex-wife is saying this?
I think, I don't know, or the universe is saying how hard for her perspective to have known her and then like go and swoop in and like take her man
Yeah.
and like know the inside of their relationship and then swoop in. I mean, it's like if me and a boyfriend would hang out and then Lexi and Evan hang out and then all of a sudden I didn't work out and then I swooped in and stole Evan. Like
Okay.
that kind of betrayal. It's like you know their life, you hang out as couples.
Yeah, I've always thought something about her is fishy.
Something so fishy.
But one of her besties I adore, and I'm like,
Who is it?
Liz Gillies.
Yes.
I love
Her
Liz
voice is
Gillies.
so good.
She's so amazing,
I loved her in
and
Dynasty.
I
I really loved her
love
in
Dynasty.
Dynasty.
I could talk forever about Dynasty.
I could
I'm
talk forever about the changes in the moms.
I'm rewatching it right now,
Oh
and
my,
she
every
just
season.
I'm at the end of season 2, so we're about to have a change.
Ugh.
But basically, I love Liz. I think Fallon Carrington, all the good characteristics I strive to have.
Mhm.
But she is very close with Ariana, and
I think you can be close to someone that's not a great person. It doesn't mean you
they're
have to
like
hate the other one.
bestie. No, 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 no. But like they're like close, like best
Like Liz
friends.
knows better.
Yes, is
She
what I'm
knows better.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it's just upsetting. Ariana Grande, she just gives me a very bad vibe. And then her song, Yes and, is the biggest, like,
and have you heard "Break Up with
it's,
Your Girlfriend" because I'm
yeah,
bored?
like she's dropping hints that she is the person that she's getting like flamed for.
Mm-hmm.
And the characteristics and the actions are all lining up to where it's like, you're just like,
Bad.
also, yes and basically means I don't care how I hurt you. Yes, I did this and what are you gonna do about it? What's the
That just hurt my soul.
like she's literally just like, I don't care what you have to say. And
She's
like
brave for putting that out.
that's like I feel like that's what Kim's listening to on repeat with the Balenciaga. She's like, yes and. Also, one thing that I think is so intentional, and I know this, and it might sound like, no, someone wouldn't do that, but like, of course, is like Kim posted and announced the whole thing. And then all her stories right after,
Mm-hmm.
all Skims promo. You know why?
Why?
Everyone who hears, oh my gosh, like this drama's going down, she posted this, everyone's gonna go see it
Right.
firsthand. And then
Right.
boom, way more influx of people are viewing. There's all your product placement.
Marketing
All
101.
your product placement. After a big cancellation, everyone looks you up. Everyone's like, did they post anything? I looked up Chris Young after he got arrested to see if he made a statement.
Yeah.
I looked up the Grand Ole Opry to see where the statement for Elle King was. Like when I looked up Austin and Catherine McBroom like daily.
I mean,
Like
we want to know.
you have to know, but then that means that everything they post is automatically going to get skyrocketed more exposure,
Yeah.
and that's just upsetting. But I mean, a brutal truth that they all. I mean, everyone for the most part, I feel like does it.
Oh, it's so unfortunate.
Yeah. In social media, we also saw Tana. You're going big simp, and that's okay.
No, I love
But
it.
I just it's so strange as someone who's literally watched her since like her like
Middle school.
yes. Yes. And I
Same.
feel like it's almost like either the wildest people watch Tana and like relate and they're like, oh my gosh, I did that last weekend too. Or it's like the most innocent, pure girls that like don't know anything that like watch her and they just like love her, but like they never think to follow what she does.
No, we learn and we don't do.
Yeah. She's basically the like test car before they put it to be sold on the market.
She is such
How
an
many times
icon.
can it crash and work? What can you do and be fine
So
with?
many times.
So many fine. But it's inspiring because we're like, you know what? It's okay.
We're on a floating rock.
Yeah.
Anna lives here
Yeah,
too.
it's fine.
Um,
She does.
yeah. So she's Hawaii mode all the time. I'm happy for her.
Yeah. I
I
wish I was
just
Hawaii mode and tan right now.
I'm just excited for Sunday. Hopefully we get a new app.
Yes.
Can I tell the most exciting news I found out today?
Yes.
Okay. Sophia Richie is pregnant. Sorry, Sophia Richie Grange.
Someone needs to check on Scott Disick. A wellness check needs to go down at his house
I think
between
he's
Courtney's
okay.
marriage and baby,
I
and now
know.
his most recent love.
But I don't think he wants another
Marriage
baby.
and baby. No, but it's like everyone's lives
I
are
know.
going and like creating in their own unique forms, and it's like,
Scotty.
yeah,
I'm sorry. But I did predict.
it's
I
not
was
about
like,
him though. Back to the baby.
yes. So I got on Instagram. It was 2 minutes after Vogue posted. So, well, Vogue and her. So it was approximately I was approximately the first 10,000 people to know apparently. Yeah. I'm like, I'm flexing that. No, but I was like, I guarantee you she's having a girl. What's she having? A girl.
A girl.
A girl.
A cutie girl. And all I'm thinking about is the labor and delivery process she's about to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Hee hee hee.
Bless her heart. She's already like 6 months along.
Yes. That's the craziest part. Like,
April
I think
baby?
it was intentional to have a baby. Like, for her, I think she wanted the baby.
Yeah, she said in the Vogue article that they.
Well, yeah, I mean, at that point, like, I'm such a big believer that, like, when you know what you want to do in life, everyone in our generation, like, to a point, you need to plan and you need to think through your actions, but also it's like one round to go on this earth.
Yeah.
You got one shot. And if you're overthinking, like, I don't know if we're ready to have a kid, I don't know, blah, 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 just do it and live life.
Yeah.
Everything's going to work out. Like, if you find your person and you want to just start having your family, because, like, I think, like, my life will start when I meet my husband and I have kids. Because, like, my mom, like, reflecting, she's like, I can remember life before you, but I can't, like, how was it fulfilling?
Right.
Because now you have little creatures that you made out of love and all stuff. Like, this to me is just like funsy life time, but like life really doesn't start before that. So I'm like, you go, girl.
I'm excited for her.
Have your family, build that family tree.
It's very fast, but very iconic. And I can't wait to hear the name because I know it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. And kids are never mistakes. They're little baby blessings.
No, they're little angels.
Yeah. How fun.
They can be happy accidents.
Happy accidents for sure, but happy nonetheless.
That was the most exciting news of my day. I'm so happy for her.
Not to take a depressing swoop, but
here we go.
Some sad news. Ken, Barbie, Greta, something.
Didn't watch it.
So I will show it to you.
No, I didn't watch Barbie.
No, I'm saying I will show that to you somehow, some way. There was a website. I'm so pissed. I don't remember this, and I cannot ask. But Narcissist showed me where he watches everything illegally on this one site.
Of course he does.
Every show, every movie, every single thing ever made on this planet without fail. Nothing that's not on there. Everything. High quality. It's not like a sketchy hacker website.
How is it running then?
I don't know. But like, he watched anything we want to watch. He was like, oh yeah, I can just watch it here. Anything. Literally, I was Googling anything I could think. Anything's on there. Barbie was on there when it was in theaters.
That's
it literally had just come out in theaters.
Yeah, so I didn't see Barbie. I want to see Oppenheimer. So basically, I have nothing to say about this topic, but Riley, go off.
Well, the problem is the whole movie is basically saying, like, how women are treated in society and how society views them and their worth or lack of, and, like, that kind of thing. It's definitely like a movie where I thought going into it, I knew there was going to be some like big picture behind it, but I thought for the most part it'd be just like fun and silly.
Mm-hmm.
It had like a lot of like emotional stuff behind it. But the whole plot was basically the women in this world, were not valued and all that stuff. And Ryan Gosling played a important role, but not like a groundbreaking discovery kind of role. Like he was like there, but like he was really just supporting Barbie in the movie. Like
Right.
he doesn't deserve hot take. He doesn't deserve an Oscar or
But
whatever
he
he was
was
nominated for.
really good at his role,
But
allegedly. I don't
but
know.
but Margot Robbie was way better. So was the
I
other
don't
lead.
know.
I don't know her name, but she was like,
America Ferrera?
is that her?
The one with the speech?
Yes. She did amazing. I thought maybe her. I thought definitely Margot Robbie. But like they got nothing. And the director, first solo female director of a movie to reach over 1 billion in the box office. No, nothing. I
Did
think
you
she
like the
direct
movie?
I did. I think it's one that like I would watch every once in a while, but not one I'd be like that's my favorite ever. It's just like got a heavier tone to it to where it's not
Mm-hmm.
like a lighthearted laugh.
Right.
But I think it's like a good tone to it.
Okay.
Like during this scene where Billie Eilish's song is played, like I was like tearing up.
Motion.
It's just like a beautiful flashback of like motherhood and life and what we go through, and I was just like,
Oh,
this is wholesome.
sweet.
But yeah, I'm pretty pissed about that. And everyone literally in the comments is like, they literally just like prove the whole point of the movie. Same with the whole comedian on stage at whatever. I don't know any of the award
I
shows,
don't know
guys. But
this.
there was an award show for
Oh.
actresses or films, something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And it was where Billy like won for the song from the movie and all these things. And the like person that was hosting it made a joke about like Oppenheimer's such a great movie based off like 700-page whatever big moment, and then you have Barbie that's about a doll with big boobies,
Yes, I
and
do
everyone
remember
was
that.
literally like that. You're literally again proving the whole point of how you're
Yeah.
objectifying this $1 billion successful movie into she's just a plastic thing with boobs. How upsetting.
It's kind of upsetting.
How it's he literally got like no laugh in the audience, and he literally had to say like, "Sorry, someone else wrote this."
Is
Like
he
literally blame the joke on whoever wrote it.
is he the same person that said whatever to Taylor Swift?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. He was like, "I don't know who has more Taylor Swift screen time, this show or the NFL."
Yeah, and then she just took a drink.
Yeah, cause like, dude,
Power move.
it's so insulting. Like, same with like the gypsy stuff. The questions and comments people be making at people's faces. I'm like, do you have no shame?
They
Do you
don't.
have no shame? No shame. No shame. Also, this wasn't even on my list, but this just brought it up. Allegedly, heavy allegedly, Taylor and Travis have agreed they want to get engaged, but they're waiting till after the Super Bowl, and he wants to take some of the diamonds from his rings in his sport and turn it into a piece in her ring, showing like his accomplishments and everything and building their life together apparently. But, like they are like planning their life together.
How long have they been dating?
Less than a year. But also, I think it makes sense. Like Taylor's last relationship, she dated the guy for like what 6 years
A
and never went
long
out the
time.
house. I think
Well,
she needs like that
that
spontaneous, like we said, life doesn't start till your person. Like just jump in,
yeah.
go for. Also, she's 32. If she wants to have a family,
Snoopy.
Snoo.
No.
Sorry, Snoopy's trying to scratch chairs, and he hasn't been doing it. And recently, he's been following
Yeah,
Scooter,
I
and
just
it's not a good
cut
thing.
the debris off.
Yeah, but I feel like she needs to just go for it.
Yeah,
Like
she's getting
every
older.
once in a while, I'm just like, life's that short. And I
Yeah, it
want her to have
makes me
kids and a
sad.
family, and I don't
I
want her to
know.
do it after 35
Oh my
because the
gosh.
risk factors go up, and I don't want that for her.
Yeah, but can you imagine being Taylor Swift's kid? Like that would be scary. I don't think I'd like it.
It would be scary. I think
You'd
that
be
I would
very
like the
sheltered.
songs that she would write about our mother-daughter relationship.
Right.
Um,
But like she couldn't take you to the park. She could
no. Did you see she has a stalker that's literally been stalking her so bad, and he got arrested and then was released, like from being held or whatever, and then immediately went to her outside in New York, her home again, and was stalking her and going through her trash. Like the same guy multiple times, like stalking her.
I'm not surprised. I'm sure she has multiple ones, to be
I'm
honest.
honestly surprised that it's not more females. Her fan base is really intense. I feel like it'd be like the girls that are like, I need to meet you. I know that we're friends. I mean, he was just released and then went right back at it. So scary.
So was he arrested again?
I'm not sure on that one.
Okay.
But I know he's been arrested like multiple times. So scary.
That's so unfortunate. I'm so sorry, Taylor.
I'm honestly really jealous of Taylor. I think Travis Kelce's so funny. And like how he talks to Jason's kids.
Jason
is
the superior brother.
I would marry Jason.
He's a
And
sweetheart.
Kylie, I'm not. You're so safe. You're so secure. But like
right,
just
right,
complimentary, like to you, like good pick.
Great pick.
He's so cute and silly, but like him jumping out the booth
to get
and lifting up the little girl and like just being so silly.
Sweet. Everyone has good things to say about Jason.
Aw, just they're so cute, the brothers.
I know.
It's really cute.
I love the of course, I'm not good. The Gronkowski brothers. They're so silly.
Who's that?
Rob Gronkowski. He was on the same team. I actually fact check this. He was on the same team as the player that kisses his coach on the lips. Tom Brady.
The Patriots?
Sure.
Yes. I don't know who that is, sports-wise, the other guys, but I do know Tom Brady. And fun fact, how I memorized bradycardia for a low heart rate, where tachycardia is high heart rate, is I used to think that Tom Brady kisses young people. And so bradycardia is low heart rate, so he kisses low ages. So that's how I remembered bradycardia was low heart rate. Fun fact. So thank you, Tom Brady.
Thank you, Tom Brady.
I aced that question on the exam.
So I just pulled up on my phone. So we have been constantly looking at things to do around Nashville that we can actually do. And today I saw, no shame in my game, I saw an Instagram reel and it said good places to meet rich men. And so I watched it. And
where are we going?
The polo match.
Yes, you did bring this up to me.
Yes.
We do need to go to the polo match.
We're getting dressed up and going to the polo match.
Get so dolled up. I have nothing.
Or should we go?
I have a dress.
Tennis. You do tennis?
Yeah, but tennis, you have to go to like a nice tennis club.
But I want to be like Morgan Riddle. She's dating a famous tennis player and she's a fashionista.
I'm thinking of Zendaya's new movie where she's a tennis
player. Oh my gosh, I
player
can't
and
wait.
It's the two tennis brothers. We'll have to go to that.
That's so weird, but yes.
Such a weird thought.
And are they brothers or best friends?
I thought they're brothers.
I don't know.
I think so.
We just saw the clip.
But she looks so good in it, and Tom Holland never let her go.
He doesn't plan on it.
I want a ring on it. I want them to pull the trigger and just send it. Because I've seen so many quotes, because my algorithm just knows my heart just always has a relationship of some sort going on. So it just always gives me like these relationship tangent speeches. And I keep hearing the same one, and it's like, everyone thinks that there's a right person for you, but it's not that there's like a soulmate. It's that you pick the right person to commit to figuring things out with. Like basically, like, you just pick someone and you agree to make it work. It's not like you're gonna find someone that's magically perfect for you.
Okay, but that's what I want.
Okay. No, yeah, I disagree with that. I think there is right and wrong. I don't think you make anything work.
That sounds miserable.
Well, I think it's not saying like just pick up a random person on the street, but I
want
think it's
magic.
Just saying like don't expect them to just be like perfect. I think that's a very not true statement holistically if someone were to take that straight up, but I think that there is something to just like commit to working it out and you'll like figure it out. If you have like the foundational characteristics, it's just like figuring out the little nitty-gritty. Just go for it. Go for it. I mean, all the boomers are together and they've got married at like 18, 20. Like,
that's true.
Go for it.
There aren't a lot of.
Also, Tom Holland, Zendaya, I don't think they're so obsessed and respectful and like flattering how they talk about each other. Like, y'all will figure it out. Pull the trigger and send it. Have little Spider-Man babies.
How old is Zendaya?
Oh wait, can I guess?
Yes.
28.
27.
How old is
Tom Holland?
Broadway man. He's younger, right?
He's also 27.
Oh. Did you see that
Maybe younger, I don't know.
isn't it Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are the same exact birth year? They're the same age.
That's great.
They're the same as them.
So she was born December
Isn't it
13th,
1989?
1989.
Yeah.
She and my mom share a birthday, so.
There you go.
The only
That's so
reason I know her
fun.
birthday.
No, it's so
But
fun.
yeah. So that's great.
I want to know, with the year 2024, what's in and what's out for you? First off, what do you want out? You're done seeing it. Don't bring it into this year.
A trend.
Mine is bows. And everyone's going to hate me for that.
I like bows.
Everyone.
I like bows.
But it's just too much.
But
It's
I
on
like a little
dresses
bow
and
in your
mom
hair.
bags. Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. When I see someone wearing it, I don't think it looks bad or ugly. It's just, it's like the Stanleys. It's way too much everywhere.
I
Bows are
agree.
on everything now. Stanleys, it's getting on my nerves.
I have one Stanley I will not be repurchasing from the brand.
Yeah.
I will
It's
be
okay to have the iconic one.
right.
You also got it before
I
it
did. I
became
got it
crazy.
before the hype.
Yeah, she was the trendsetter. Make no mistake.
Thank you. I'm getting one that Lexi has because I love that one and it doesn't spill.
Yeah, there's so many better ones than Stanley's now. I'm enraged because every single brand is making a Stanley shaped in theirs. Like Yeti made one.
Yeah.
All these companies, and
Just
it's
like
making me infuriated.
a
I'm
tumbler
like,
with a handle.
I'm really getting over it. But
Yeah.
that's the Stanleys and the bows need to go out,
Okay.
in my opinion. Or bows need to just calm down.
Yeah, okay.
It's just gotta calm down.
I can jump on board with that. Codependency. Leave it in the past.
Just in general?
Yep. I'm a very codependent person.
Yeah.
And I need to stop.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Hence why no dating.
Right. And I think that's, see, yeah, you get it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to depend on anyone.
And it's not, we
well,
don't
not
mean that in the
that.
sense of like, we're like in an unhealthy way. I think it's just like the little, and you can speak for yourself, but it's like the little things of like, in the little ways, someone else always needs to be present, or like someone else always needs to be like reaching out. It's like the little ways of like dependence that like creep into where holistically it feels bigger. It's not like crippling to where like, oh my gosh, this person wouldn't see me, or like big do things. Like it's not a, that's how I feel. It's like little things where I'm like, okay, this is little, where I feel that inkling of like wanting a person or wanting that message or wanting, where it's like holistically I know. Or do you feel like it's kind of an all consuming thing for you?
I feel like for me, just through what I discovered, like with therapy and stuff, I need to be needed. And like, I need to be okay not being needed.
Yeah, that's what I'm working through.
Like, I don't need to be thinking of how I don't even know, but I don't need to be needed all the time.
Yeah.
And it's okay that somebody doesn't need me at that moment. Like, it doesn't mean I'm failing.
Nope, not at all.
No. So codependency is out, self-love is in.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel like I've been feeling that, but from the whole male situation right now. I noticed that with the dating apps, which I'm not using them to meet anyone, but I just had them, especially Hinge, because it can show who likes you. So like it's a validation thing.
Yeah.
Like I literally X everyone, but it's like the validation of like, okay, someone likes me. Because the last relationship kind of made me feel like my confidence of me was just shot down. So I'm like, okay, I need to feel like, okay, I still have something to give, and there's still people that are interested, even though this one person was heartless. So I think that I need to just distance away and not feel any of, because that's like a little dopamine.
Personally,
and I don't need that. That's a drug.
Yeah, I
It's a
deleted
brain drug.
my apps too because I found that when I had them, I was like constantly checking.
And it broke your heart if you didn't see anything.
Yeah, and like also I was also Xing everyone. I was, especially on Bumble, because I am obviously not gonna message you first.
Yeah, that's why Hinge, it's like only filling the fulfillment of validation, because it's like I can know without having to do it back.
Yeah.
Where Bumble, it's like you both have to match. And I'm like, I'm Xing everyone.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to date anyone.
Right.
I don't even want to meet these people. Also, like, I just don't care to interact at all.
Yeah.
So it's like Hinge purely gives that dopamine of like someone liked you,
Yes.
and it's stupid.
And also, I think there's a study on it. But like relationships are so much more likely to work out if you're friends first.
Of course.
Yeah, and you don't like go straight into dating.
Of course. Yeah.
So
You also, I think, get a precursor to who they are before you commit, and then you upset and get your heart broken.
no, I totally agree.
Because dating, it's like you're pitching yourself like a salesman. Like, this is
I
all
know.
friends. It's like you just come at them raw. Hey, my day's like this. I'm going like
Yeah.
this. This is how I handle conflict. Where dating, you bring kind of your best self.
Right.
That's why
Right.
I want to be friends with peeps.
Yep.
No dating.
We're trying to make friends
Mm-hmm.
this year. Making friends is in.
Making friends is in 2024.
Yeah.
Making friends. Saying yes.
Saying
We're
yes.
saying yes to things.
Yes. Unfortunately, I've been saying yes to a lot of work.
Yeah, that's
Um
it's not what we meant by yes, but who knows, maybe that'll lead you to an opportunity to where you're gonna
But
feel the
like,
relief from jobs and stuff.
look at us. You said, let's start a podcast. I said yes.
Yeah, and now we're on episode 3. And we have mics
It's
and we have
kind
a
of crazy.
stand
Yeah.
and it's going. And it's fun. I've been telling a few friends about how we're doing this. People are like, that just sounds so fun.
It is fun.
It's fun and it doesn't take a lot of work. We're sitting on a couch for an hour, which we'd be doing anyways, but it's like
Yes.
emotionally like relieving.
Yeah. And
It's a little therapy.
I really am excited like to be able to look back on these and for myself just to see like what was going on, what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like my kids
Yeah.
are going to be like,
Hi, kids. Hi.
"See, we've been thinking about you for a
We.
long
Oh my
time."
gosh, I think about my kids and my future husband every day.
All the time.
Every day. When
Literally.
I'm upset, like literally when I break up with people, I literally just think to myself, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah.
Like I'm one step closer to you, and I love you, and I can't. I hope you're happy somewhere, and I hope you're not getting your heart broken too. And
Right.
if you are, we're separately healing from afar, but like
Yeah.
so excited to meet you.
I think about my kids all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be looking at something, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to get that for my kid one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like I'll be walking past the store and be like, I'm so
I think
excited to be
about
able to go
everything
in
with
there one
kids.
day.
Yeah. Everything's with kids. I think
Yeah.
about even like, okay, right now, if there was schooling, what would I want to do for schooling?
Yes.
All
I've been
these
thinking
things,
about
like,
that
I'm already in the mindset.
because I saw this girl's reel and it was like her basically the background videos were her kids like playing in the stream and running around outside and stuff like that. And it was like people have been asking us if we're gonna send our kids to school, and she was like, I'm not sending them to a building that looks exactly like a hospital or a jail where they're gonna sit for 7 hours a day and barely see outside. Like, no, they're gonna play in the water and they're gonna like pick
And possibly
flowers.
die at those buildings. That's
Yeah.
the thing that's really freaking me out. We
Yeah.
obviously live in Nashville, and the tragedy of Covenant School happened last
Last year.
year, which that one hit. So I remember calling my parents and I was just bawling, bawling, bawling. I went to Covenant the day after and like laid flowers. Like it hit such a nerve, I think, as we're transitioning into this weird time where like we're not married, we don't have kids, but
Mhm.
like we are like our maternal instincts are burning for
Mhm.
that fire and that love. And so we're like transitioning to thinking of like everything of like the family
Mhm.
aspect of life. And it's just, oh, it's so gut wrenching. And it was my first thing where I literally, they had like people there from like a church and like emotional support dogs. So there's a whole organization that just travels the country for these shootings.
I hate that that
And
exists.
they were like, I never thought we'd be in Nashville. I just didn't think it was going to be here in this school. And I asked the girls, like, how am I supposed to be a mother and like bring something into this world where like this happened? And I thought private schools were like safer. Just in my naive mind, I
Mhm.
thought there was a little layer of protection. And that just, I think, was my last thing of like, okay, I don't feel safe with any school,
Mhm.
which is such a hard thing to grapple with. But
Yeah. Well, also I said I hate that that exists. I love that that exists. I hate that it has to
yeah,
exist.
it shouldn't have to exist, but it's such a great selfless thing to exist.
Absolutely.
But it's just crazy. I was like, there's a whole job for that. And she was just like, yeah, we all we do is we wait for a crisis, hoping they don't happen, but they always do, and then we just go. And there's a little therapy dog, and I still have the little card
Mhm.
from the therapy dog in my bathroom, and it's just, oh,
I
it's just
will
so.
never forget that day when, um, I saw
Yeah, you
the
live
little
right
girl,
next to it.
I did
Yeah.
live right well, really close. I saw the SWAT cars driving there, but I saw a little girl that was there at the grocery store,
Yeah,
like,
you told me about
right after
this.
she got picked up, and she was crying, oh, so
Mom was
sad.
trying to just,
She was like, "Are you
yeah.
okay?" And she's just I mean,
There's
obviously she's
nothing you can,
crying.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, especially with development. All I learned in all of my clinicals, like going back to like the psychiatric hospital, um, we had said at the end, like, what's like your main takeaway? And it was like all these little moments of like traumas they go through, or like parental disconnect or abandonment, like all these
Mhm.
things, like every single patient I talked to in the psychiatric hospital, it was all stem from like crises or social media or whatever. And it's like all these horrible things happen, and like that's their whole trajectory, like, of life is completely altered. And they all, it was like little things where family, or you're put in harm's way, and it's like something like that you would never think like to go
Yeah.
through. And then it's so hard. And I went to the Covenant honoring that we had at Belmont. We had like a concert that the school put on. All the proceeds went to Covenant, and Belmont students were able to get invite, and it was like the whole school. All the, did you go?
No, I think I was working that night with
Yeah.
kids.
It was the whole student body that wanted to attend, all the parents that wanted to attend, all the faculty was there, and then first responders that were at the shooting and that saved children. And then Belmont, a select few were able to purchase. And like you had to pay because it was donation. And I was sitting in the like boxed booth, and to the left of me was a whole row, like box section that was left open. And then like right before it started, all walked in, all Covenant students, all sitting together. And they were all just sitting there so quietly, and like it was a hard thing because it was like the concert was trying to have like songs that were speaking to them as like victims, and like, letting themselves be sad about it. But then other
Mhm.
songs were like, this is a night of joy and celebration of like the kind of just power to get through and like persevere. Hi, Snowy.
Come on.
And so it was crazy. But to see those kids, like, I just can't even,
Yeah.
it's so bad. And then Jillian, like, a student at Belmont, went less than a mile, less than a mile from Belmont to a nearby park. A stray bullet from a drive-by shooting took, she passed away. It's so, so horrible. So it's like every day is so scary. Did I tell you about when I went home? I went to a gun course. Did I
No.
tell you about that? I told my dad, I was like, I want to know how to shoot a gun just to be able to use it. I don't want to own one. I don't want to have one. I just want the knowledge. Yes, Nui, for the camera viewers. He's very happy. He's in his lovey mood on Catherine. But I told my dad I just want to learn because I just want to be
Yeah.
aware. There's guns at home. I just feel like I want the knowledge. I
Yeah.
don't want anything else, but I just want the knowledge. He ends up trying to do a sweet thing and sign up the whole family to get a license to carry a gun. Like to take us for a license to carry training course. To
Mhm.
where I'm getting a license to be able to carry my own weapon
Did you get it?
basically anywhere. It was like a 4 hour, 5 hour course. We're doing it, it's going on. The guy goes so over, he's rambling. It's really, quite honestly, it was horrible.
Oh, I'm
But we're
sorry.
basically, a big chunk of it is learning when you can use deadly force, which is where you can defend yourself, to, shoot to
Mhm.
kill, to protect yourself. And it's talking about all these scary things. And then we're going so over time by hours. I'm talking hours, that the guy ends up like speeding through the last bit where it's like safety and like how to use it. Because I think he's assuming if we're getting a license to carry, we know how to shoot a gun.
Right.
And the whole time I'm kind of livid because I'm like, why am I at this? I wanted to just know how to shoot and like feel safe to learn. Why am I now learning about when I can use it to like defend by like shooting a person? Like that's not what I wanted. And it started like almost triggering me, and I got scared to like go and then just use a gun that I felt like I didn't know how to use, and I don't want this license because I realized this is not what I wanted. So I ended up telling my dad like I'm not gonna go shoot. I can't do it. And they're kind of like confused and like, why are you being so dramatic? And I literally went to the car and I just cried. I called my nana and I was like, something about guns is so terrifying to me. And like, it's so scary now. Like, it's such a scary thing. And I literally couldn't do it. I couldn't shoot it. And I didn't get the certification. I told the guy, I was like, I'm so sorry. I realized this isn't something I wanted. Because you also, like, legally, like, you have to present it to police. It's like its own driver's license, like, fully its own license. So you have to present it to, like, a law enforcement if you get pulled over. Otherwise, it's like, you can get in trouble because they might think, oh, they're carrying and they're not conveying that. Like, I was like, I don't need this. I also don't think if I've never shot a gun, I should be able to legally walk around and use one.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, very scary.
That is very scary.
Yeah.
Well, this took a turn.
This took quite a turn. I also have another sad update, but it's okay. I'm assuming the listeners can relate to in some shape, maybe. My mom called me about my granddad in Barbados. He hasn't passed away, but he's like about to. I thought I was going to get to see him for spring break, and then this summer we're planning on going. But basically, my mom was like, he's back in the hospital. She told me that yesterday, and then I got no update. And then today she called me, and I kind of could feel something. And she was like, so he's really sick. I want to be really honest with you. He's super sick. You know, all the sisters are kind of planning on flying in. And like, we're glad that my parents just luckily went and saw him, and they had a great time. He was doing good health wise. He was happy, chirpy, lucid. So, like, my dad feels really glad with the closure he got. But he's having a lot of issues holding like his blood pressure. It's really low, and they think he has internal bleeding because he also has cancer, and because he's been having pneumonia and stuff, they had to stop chemo, and so it just wasn't getting treated. So they sent him home, and I'm like, so are you saying they sent him home to like bleed out? Like, because he's bleeding and his blood pressure's dropping, but they don't know where the bleed is, and so they just sent him home. And she's like, well, I don't know exactly, but they're making him comfortable. So I'm like, is he about to pass away? Is that what you're trying to tell me? And she's like, we don't know. Could be tomorrow, could be months. Like, I don't know. And I'm like, well,
What?
this isn't making sense to
Is
me.
he on hospice?
Kind of, not like officially through a program from my understanding, but like they have an in-home nurse because he was doing his treatments and stuff, and like his mobility has gone really downhill. But her saying, I think they're making him comfortable, that's where I was like, is
Yeah.
that where you're like giving him pain meds to like keep him like comfortable in that way? Like, I don't really know the details, but that's kind of where that's at.
I hate to hear that. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's never never a good call to have.
Yeah. I've seen it's been, I think, better than if it was sudden. We've kind of had time to process.
Right.
It's been like months he's been sick and this cancer's aggressive, but I'm glad that my dad got his good closure and his good days.
Yeah, me too.
That was good, happy closure for the family. So
yeah.
so yeah, but that's an update. On a happier note, my sister's fostering a puppy.
Yes,
And it's
which
very
also is followed by
cute.
a sad note. You didn't get to go see it.
Yeah, I didn't get to go see it. I was actually supposed to be in Auburn right now.
But
Rain said don't go.
yeah, her name is JoJo.
Yeah.
Is it
I thought it was a girl, but my mom referred to it as a male on the phone, so I don't know what
she
gender it
called
is.
it like Josephine.
I thought it's a
or
girl. I think it's a
something.
girl.
I think it's a girl too. She's precious.
Cute. It's
Brooke
so
is
cute
gonna be
seeing
such a
Brooke
good
be
dog
like a
mom.
little mom. Because Brooke's not, like, Brooke's like a loving person, but like she's not the one to be like super
Maternal?
Yeah, I haven't seen that bone. She like doesn't like babies. She likes toddlers, but she's not big on babies, and like
Interesting.
she's just funny. But to see her be like obsessed with this little creature, it's like, oh, she's just so cute. And so today
That
I
is
was
sweet.
inspired to go and show one of my friends an adoption center in Nashville that I love to go to, and we went and there was a ton of puppies, and I was like, aw.
I know, I'm like gonna have to go.
I know there was a little Great Pyrenees mixed puppy, and he was so fluffy, and he kept crying, and then the minute you held him, he stopped crying. He just wanted to be held, but I think, had just gotten a bath, so he was cold, so he was shaking. I was trying to hug him. I was trying to hug him. It was so cute. We can go tomorrow.
Okay.
We're gonna go tomorrow.
We'll be
Update,
there
we're
tomorrow.
going tomorrow.
We're gonna go see the puppies tomorrow.
Yeah. And I also like to always post when I go there, and then they always repost it because it like gets awareness of that place. And I always feel so flattered when they always repost
I
my stuff.
know.
I'm like, oh,
Shout them out.
yeah. Love at First Sight Adoption Center. Only puppies and kittens.
in Nashville.
And it's adoption, so get your puppies and kittens. Adopt, don't shop. There you go. Scooter and Snoopy were little
Right.
wild critters.
Well, they were
Didn't
not.
pay a
You didn't
dime.
adopt them.
They weren't
You found
adopted, they
them.
were rescued. So we skipped the adoption, we just kept them. But
Yeah.
now they're little happy creatures and they're great little
Yeah, and
little guys.
we tell them that they're so lucky to be where
They're
they
so lucky.
are.
We see stray cats walk by on the ring and we're like, that would have
That
been
could
you.
have been you.
That would have been you.
Yeah. It's so sad though. I hate seeing stray animals.
I know. Especially with the freeze that just happened.
Yeah, that makes me really sad.
Yeah, we gotta go on happier. We gotta take a U-turn
I know.
somehow.
Can we like
What are some happy ends to 2024? Happiness,
duh?
friends,
Duh.
saying yes.
Yes.
Any trends? What do you feel? How do you feel about the clean girl aesthetic changing to mob wife? Have you seen
I
that?
don't like that.
Do you know what I'm talking about though?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm more clean girl. I wouldn't say visually at the moment.
Today we're in relaxed mode.
Just got out of the shower.
Yeah.
But I feel like I lead more of a clean girl life.
Yeah.
And the mob wife, that's just like very aggressive.
Mob wife is giving scary in a sense.
Yes,
Also,
I mean, listen to what it's called.
Mob wife?
Mm-hmm.
We're saying we all want to be a mob wife?
I don't.
Like, I'm a little, like, clean girl was fun. Like, oh, we're clean and we're, we smell good and we're put together. This one's just like mob wife.
Yeah, it's giving
a downgrade.
So
It's
mob
giving
wife out,
downgrade.
clean girl back
Yeah,
in.
clean girl back in.
Riley, you're a very clean girl.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. I feel like the slick back hairdos have been my attempt to get into clean girl.
A slick back hair, let me
trying.
tell you. She's got the head for it.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on influencers going to the Shein factory? Do not get me started.
Stop. I think it's so dumb on the influencers part. All of them are in the wrong. And like, that's not the factory it goes down in. The US location or whatever.
They took him to the US
I don't
location?
freaking know. I'm so wrong for that. I don't know. It's
We
not
need
like
to
true.
research.
It's not a true representation of the factories, A. Also, it's kind of like Balenciaga, like, oh, we're doing good now, we're bettering ourselves. It's like, I don't know if you really are or if you just put on a better like mask behind the face. Like, like
I mean, sometimes you make fatal mistakes. Yeah.
With Shein, like, I know they didn't spend all the money to change and go into better factories because they know the profit margins.
I mean, good grief, we are so negative today.
Yeah, we but also that's it. Were you gonna say that you loved it?
No.
So then we just picked a negative topic.
I picked a negative topic.
Okay.
Because I can't think of anything positive right now.
I know. What's positive in today's world?
Well, okay. I know she just said adopt, don't shop, but my dog is a Bernedoodle. She's the love of my life. Everything I love in this world goes back to her. Did look on their website where we got her from. And because I just wanted to see, what they're
what's
up
out
to.
there.
Yeah, because Oakley was the first in their first litter ever, and now they have all these dogs, and they have a farm, and all these new puppies are so cute, and I'm like, oh, that just makes me so happy. I love animals.
Yeah,
I love animals.
They're little pure souls.
I want to go cow cuddling. My mom said we should.
No, we have to. There's one in Murfreesboro.
Yes, and then also it's on my bucket list to meet an elephant because I love elephants.
Where are we gonna do that?
I'm going to Thailand if I have to.
Let's go Bali.
Bali?
Let's go to Bali.
Is Bali nice?
So gorgeous.
Is it safe?
I saw the Kardashians on an episode go there and it looked really pretty.
Oh my gosh,
I think it's like super cheap. It's just the flights.
Yes.
It's just the flights to get to that area of the world. But
I've seen that.
their like living meals are like $4 each. Like, I think Bali would be really, really fun.
Mm-hmm. That would be fun.
It's like super green, luscious.
Just have to get my passport picture taken.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Goodness, it's taking me forever to do that.
Good stuff.
I might as well just wait until I go home next weekend. I'm going home next weekend.
Fun.
Just because I'm.
So you're missing recruitment workshop?
Last work weekend, it was not the best time for me.
Mm.
I really hated it. I feel like I
Mm.
was just
I
cut
think
this
I'm gonna
wasting my
really hate
time.
it. I think I'm gonna really be enraged by it the whole time. There was a photo Carla took of me of just recruitment practice last night, and it was literally when it's like one adult person was like reprimanding us or like threatening to have to reprimand us and like explain something, and I literally had like a facial expression of like, what the heck are you saying to me right now?
Yeah,
And she sent it to the group chat. I'm like, that's gonna be me all weekend.
I do need to have this conversation. Um, because yeah, I think it's gonna be
You made the
miserable.
decision.
Yeah, I think I did. I'm gonna have
But
to
I think
text
that
Sierra.
whatever's best for you, you should do. And I also think that like I think you met great people in it and like you can reach out
Mm-hmm.
and like always keep up with them. But like
Mm-hmm.
I'm only staying in it really right now to just have a routine to keep me out
Yeah,
of the house that's not just studying or
yeah,
the friends that I do have.
yeah.
But like otherwise, like I'm
I
tempted.
was thinking about that
Everyone is.
too because I was like, well, Riley's in it. She says like
Don't just
she
stay in for
well,
me.
no,
That's not enough for what.
I was thinking about your reason, and then I was like, I go once a week for
Yeah.
an hour,
Yeah.
and like honestly, I don't know if that's worth it for me
Also, you're
personally.
paying.
Right.
That's why I know so many
I
girls that
don't
like
hate it.
were involved in
Yeah.
FIMU and went to all the things and like they all dropped because of the money because they
It's
keep raising
just
dues for reasons that I
yeah.
don't agree with.
Yeah, I'm just not agreeing with everything right now, and I don't think I want to spend my time there when I could be doing something else. I don't know what that something else is yet. Because I am gonna have to fill my time some way.
We're gonna blow up in podcasting.
Not after this, I'm gonna get canceled.
For what? What have we said? I feel like this one I'm gonna have a way easier time editing. The other one I was
Trashing,
editing like every 5 seconds.
trashing sororities.
I don't think we're trashing sororities. I think that it's an honest opinion. Also, freedom of speech. Find me if you see this. Don't send me an honor. I don't care.
I don't.
Like I disagree with how
I'm
things
just
are
very
going.
scared of hurting anyone's feelings. Still, I'm just very afraid of hurting someone's feelings because that is never my intention.
But I think that you're saying objectively to the like sorority, just your feelings. It's not to people in it that like are
No.
it's just
Oh
like a
my
feeling. And I
gosh,
think
I love
oh
the
my love
members. I
all
have
of them.
so many friends in there.
Love them.
It's just with where I am right now, it's just not fitting anymore.
And all of your friends in it would support you dropping
Right.
because of that. Like
Yes.
I support it and
Yeah.
I'm in it and I feel the same feelings you do. I just can't let it go just yet.
And
But
that's
like
so fair.
yeah, but I think all the people I've talked to when I bring up like, "Oh yeah, those girls that drop," like everyone's like, "I get it."
Yeah.
Like I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Like I look around in that room and I'm like, I am here and I know people here, but like I don't feel like I'm actually like immersed here.
Mhm.
And like I'm a junior and I'm like when we were bumping throughout the whole chapter, there's one girl I really liked, which I actually do think I want to reach out to her. Annalise Pickard. She's a year below, but she was super sweet.
Any
Annalise, I think
Annalises?
you're awesome.
Annalise Wilson as well?
Anna I have a girl crush on Annalise
We should
Wilson.
have her over, like,
What
for
are we
dinner.
doing? We do. Same with our my little that's down the freaking street.
Yeah, we need to have Allie and Joe
We need
over.
to that'll be how we fill our time. We force all of FIMU to come here.
Great.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Okay, great.
easy.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a weird phase.
Yeah.
At FIMU, I saw influencer. We ended up standing next to each other. And if you listen to my other podcast or if you find this influencer slash realize this is your code name, I think you're amazing. And when I stood next to you
Iconic.
today, a part of my heart broke because I'd uploaded it like yesterday, 2 days ago, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I just uploaded that about your relationship. But it's just like my heart breaks that you're being mistreated, and I think you're wonderful and amazing. And I literally met her through him, and like it like I think as you grow up and you get hurt or you watch more people go through bad relationships, it's like you get protective of other people's hearts, and like I'm protective of your heart, and oh, a part of me standing next to her was like, do I just tell her he's been sleazy? But I'm like, no, it's not my place. Like, I don't feel like you do that. But like, just know, like, so many girls are all on your side, and like,
Mm.
you deserve honesty and everything in the world. And I hope you're getting that. And if
Mhm.
he learned his lesson and is better, and you've had that talk, amazing. None of my business, anyways. But like,
Yeah.
you deserve the world. And if that wasn't articulated well in the other ones, that is what I meant.
Exactly. We are on your side,
We are on
always and
your
forever.
side.
I saw, you can bleep the name today, walking to class, and she had a Baggu bag, and I thought of you.
We need to talk about Baggu. So I was at the recruitment practice, and I saw this bag on the table, and then I realized there were two others exactly like it, and I realized these are all the same bag. And I was looking at it, and I was like, this is cool, washable material, good size space, don't have something like this.
Mhm.
And I asked a girl next to me, like, whoa, what's this bag? And they're like, you don't know what Baggu is? And I was like, no. And then later in the night, there was like a questionnaire where they had asked, like, oh, what's something you learned about someone at your table? And she raised her hand and was like, Riley D'Andrade doesn't know what Baggu bags are. And everyone was just like looking at me and just like, how do you not know? And
They
I'm
were
like,
probably like,
well,
why did she
I'm
choose to
like,
say that?
you
That's
just
so
outed me.
silly.
And like, I don't know this girl. And like, I know she obviously meant it in a silly way because she just is a
She's
silly,
very
goofy
silly,
girl.
yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, this is literally my wake up call that like I am not immersed in society or college. Like I study in my nursing building or
Yeah.
in this one other building, and I'm not socializing with anyone but my like friends. And then I come here.
Shout out Anna.
Yeah, shout out Anna Wyatt, you're amazing. But like, I need to get out more. I'm missing these
I know.
trends. I'm not on TikTok.
My therapist said I need to join a club.
No, I say no. No club.
How am I supposed to get immersed in school?
No club. I don't like the. I don't think I want. I don't want to be immersed in Belmont. Like when I was on the dating apps, anyone that came across from my school, no, X'd. And I'm from there, and I would consider myself pretty cool. But it's something about like
I
I
would
don't want
consider
it to be
myself
in
pretty cool.
Belmont
You
because
are.
I think we're above the maturity, and I'm just gonna hype us up. We are above most maturity levels for our age.
Yes.
We are not in college mindset. We just talked about our future kids and husbands
I
and
know.
like
We're not in a college
school
mindset.
systems that they're gonna go
But
to.
I've never been.
Like yeah, we skipped that.
Mm-hmm.
So like for us, it's just our priorities are different. We think about people and the type of quality we want and stuff is different. And like I feel like if I go to these clubs and they're talking about some party on the weekend or something and I'm thinking about my pediatric patients, like I'm not in the mindset of people our age and I think we're just emotionally on different pages to where I don't want to just go be immersed in that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but then I think where else am I gonna make
The
friends?
city.
Working. I'm gonna have only work friends. Cause like
No,
I'm
we're
friends
we're,
with
we're saying
moms.
yes. And we're going into the cities and we're gonna go do fun things and we're gonna get immersed in Nashville and
It
there's so much more.
right now it is hard.
It is hard.
But I think that we are gonna find some new things to try
Mm-hmm.
that we can actually get into and do. Cause I know there's so many here. Like we need the parents I babysat for tonight. They went to, I think it's where we held an event once. It has like bowling and you get dinner there.
We had a place like that called like Punch Bowl Social back home. I think it's like the same vibe. It's like you eat, drink,
Have
games,
fun.
hang out.
Yeah.
I want to go to one. There's also like a really fun mini golf
Okay.
indoor place that's
Fun
I don't know
fact, I severely sprained my ankle mini golfing.
how you literally stand still when you putt. How did that happen?
Ask my mom, she'll tell you she carried me through the
No, I
Congo.
believe you got injured, but
Um,
how?
I so I was on a we were with another family and we were at this one what do you call it? One hole?
Yeah.
Okay. We were there and then the other family was behind one. And so I had finished and I wanted to um run back and go see what they were doing, like what they were up to, because it wasn't my turn yet. And I went and tried, and I wish I had this on video in slow motion. I tried to jump over this massive rock,
So you got
severely,
injured parkouring. Okay.
absolutely,
This makes more sense now.
severely missed and snapped my ankle. And it hurt.
Mm.
It was horrible. It was purple.
You have like the weirdest but most like severe injuries.
Yes.
The most weird and severe injuries ever.
Ending
Well,
on a lighter note,
Tonight was a very chill, but also getting more serious. But I like the more serious times too. I love the little pop culture. I think it's like a fun, lighthearted thing of just like what's going on in the world. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the podcast is like growing up
Growing up
is
is
scary,
scary. And
and like
I do like that too, but that's where I get really anxious.
actually saying stuff that's substance other than like I like Margot Robbie or I don't like
Yes.
him.
Actual substance, because that's when people's opinions come in, and that's when I get scared.
But I think that like the whole point of life is we're supposed to be different and have unique opinions. And as long as
That's
they're not
true.
mean or hateful or like
No, which we will never be. If
no.
you get
And
that,
if you get that
I'm
vibe,
so
it's not
sorry.
intentional.
That is not our
But
intention.
also when it comes to boys, as Taylor Swift said, if you don't want me to write bad songs about you,
Don't
do bad things. So, if you're a guy that's salty or a story time of someone that did wrong, love to you holistically and we wish everyone the best. Okay.
And
It's
now
been
you're gonna
fun.
edit.
It was a good calm.
Yes, it
I had a
was.
tea.
Yes, so
We've been
thank you for joining
relaxing.
us in our chat.
Yeah.
Wanna catch up
Hopefully
more.
everyone will be able to actually find our account. I'm gonna go upstairs and get to digging how easy it is to find us because another reason that we switched our podcast to come full circle to the
Yeah.
first topic we talked about was when we were trying to tell our friends or like anyone about it or just us when we looked up our own thing to like actually listen to it once it was published. So many people,
You
like
just
we
can't find it.
said, stole our idea that we hadn't even thought of yet and named it the same thing. And a lot of people also just make videos that talk about like your 20s.
Right.
And so we realized, oh gosh, there's a lot of oversaturation here. And when
Mhm.
I looked up growing up is scary, it was just a bunch of conspiracy theories about like scariness in the world. So I thought this might be easier for our podcast to pop up for. It's not
Yeah.
like very saturated in this demographic and stuff. So
Right.
hopefully this is easier. But if you watched episode 3,
Thank
thank
you.
you. And we'll see you.
And we probably know you, and we probably love you. So
Yeah, and if you found us, especially because we don't promote this,
at all.
wow, big appreciation.
Kudos to you.
Mwah.
We'll see you
Bye.
next time.
Bye.